In this video, I want to talk about 3 things I wish I knew earlier when I was new to weightlifting and when I was trying to build muscle for the first time. The first thing I wish I knew earlier is eating big to get big is not the answer to building as much muscle as quick as possible. When I was 16 years old, I remember I was trying to follow a meal plan for the first time, and I had like my mom help me with this. She would even help me prepare the meals sometimes. And I remember I was eating this like big ass bowl of chicken Alfredo every single day for dinner because I was eating the same foods every single day just because I just wanted to get bigger and I didn't care what the food was. However, what I didn't know is I think I was gaining weight too quickly. And the reason I found this out is because after like 3 months of me doing this, my body did get bigger. Like I looked stronger. However, I packed on way too much body fat. And if you're like me, I wanted to look good I wanted to look good year round, right? I didn't know like I would get fatter doing that. And that was my mistake because I was just eating as much food as possible and not really caring about how fast the weight would go up. And there's a big like myth in the bodybuilding community, just eat big to get big or gain weight as fast as possible. But that isn't really the key when it comes to like packing on muscle as fast as possible. What you want to do instead is you just want to gain maybe like half a pound a week, if then, or even 0.2 pounds a week. When you're new to weightlifting, you're going to be gaining a little bit faster because you'll pack on muscle faster when you're new. However, you want to look as lean as possible when you're building as much muscle as possible as well. So I made a free AI where it's going to calculate like how much calories you have to eat and how many macros you have to eat, like how many grams of protein, carbs, and fats. And I'm going to link that in the description. So it's way easier to know how many calories you need to eat to gain weight. But basically to do this is you need to find your maintenance calories and just eat 10% above that. And that's it. That could be your lean bulk right there. If you eat any more than that and you notice the scale is going up really fast, you're just gonna be packing on more fat, okay? And it doesn't mean you're gonna be building more muscle when you're doing that because there's a threshold. When you're doing a lean bulk, when you're eating 10% more than your calories, you're gonna already be building as much muscle as fast as possible. So any more food that you eat, it's just gonna be excess fat and it's gonna be way harder to strip that off when you're doing your cut. So that was one of the first things I wish I knew earlier is not to eat as much food as you actually think you have to. Like not eating big to get big. Eat the right amount of calories to help you pack on as much muscle as possible while minimizing how much fat you actually gain. The second thing I wish I knew earlier was not working out purely just to look good for other people. When I was again younger, around 17, I was really like insecure about the way I looked. I was always made fun of. I was always teased about just like how I looked, and it just pissed me off. And that was one of the main motivations or the main like drivers for me to start working out just so I can look better, so all that shit would stop. And it did work. Like working out and me being like new when I was new to weightlifting and overall being consistent with it. It does make you look better. It makes you look fucking awesome. And it helps you get a lot of compliments. But the problem with that is if you purely rely on just getting compliments from other people and just external validation, it does not make you fucking happier. As I got older, I realized when I start working out and as I'm doing this a long time, looking good for yourself, just look good for yourself is the way to do it. Like, because you're already gonna be getting compliments, you're already gonna know that you fucking look good, so like that's fine. But you like validating yourself and you looking good for yourself is like the main key I found to be more content with. So like it's not a healthy way of living when you're constantly looking for just people validating you all the time. How like, hey, you look good. Hey, you look good. Just work out. And as you start looking better and better and better, congratulate yourself. Don't rely on other people to do that for you. Okay? So like when someone says you look good, you could take that in. That may feel good, but what matters most is you did it for your fucking self. So yeah, it's fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's awesome getting like compliments from other people or like having people notice you when you like start looking better. But over time, it's just, in my opinion, I think what matters most is like, instead of you relying on external validation, just rely on the validation of yourself. And when you're new to weightlifting and when you're working out, it may be hard to do this at first. But try it as your best, because when you do everything right, you are gonna look good. Like, you know this regardless. Not one person on fucking earth that doesn't work out like looks like shit, right? Everyone who works out and does it right will look way better than they do when they don't. Okay? So that's like the second thing I wish I knew earlier, is like work out to look good for you. And like build like that self-confidence. And let me tell you a little fucking secret. When you do have that little ideation of you doing it that way, a lot of more people are gonna notice you, because again, not many people think like that. The last thing I wish I knew when I first started weightlifting is sticking with a workout program that I love and being consistent with it. When I was 16, my first workout program was so obnoxious, and I'm actually never gonna recommend anyone do it, but it had me do like 3 to 4 sets of 20 to 25 reps of every single exercise. And it would even have me superset it too with other exercises, as long as me doing like 30 reps of each exercise at the same time. I stuck with it for maybe like about a few months, but again, I fucking hated doing it every day, and I didn't like get as much results because I wasn't as consistent with it as I hoped to be, okay? So after that, after a few like months passed, I found another workout program that was much better, that focused on strength training and overall getting stronger. And I stuck with that, I think, for about 1.5 to 2 years. I got a ton of results out of that one because I actually liked doing it. I looked bigger, I looked stronger. And then I made a big mistake. I kind of had like this shiny object syndrome of like, there was this perfect workout program that would help you build muscle as fast as possible. So I bought a third workout program for someone I'm not gonna name, and I stuck with it for about 6 months, maybe even a year, around there. And I honestly looked worse, again, because I didn't like it as much as the second workout program I was doing. It just didn't fit like my needs. It didn't fulfill me in the way the second one did. So honestly, I think that program made me look worse because I didn't fucking like it. So when I switched back to my second workout program a year later, again, I stuck with that, and my results again started skyrocketing because that was the one that worked best for me. The point is, you need to find a program that works best for you, that you actually enjoy doing. The key things that I think that have to be in there is strength training, that you're getting strong as fuck, like in the lower rep range, and 2, you actually like the exercises that you're doing in it. Okay, so like for instance, the workout program that I do consists that. So I basically focus on getting strong and stronger every single week. So maybe I'm doing around 6 to 8 reps on the big heavy lifts, or I'm even doing 4 to 6 reps, right? I'm just focusing on getting stronger. And this workout program that I'm doing right now also has exercises that I love doing as well, rather than ones that I dread looking at every single day, okay? So when you have those components and you have a program that you actually like, you're gonna be way more consistent with it. And the more consistent you are, the more the more results you're gonna get out of you being new to weightlifting and overall getting muscle as fast as possible. So those are 3 things I wish I knew when I was new to weightlifting and I was trying to build muscle for the first time. Again, I'm going to put a free AI tool in the description that's going to help you calculate like how many calories you have to eat, your macros, and it can even help you make a meal plan to help you support your goals as well. So I'm trying to get back into this YouTube thing, so I really appreciate if you watch this video, and I'm honestly really excited to be consistent making these videos and overall educating you on how to make the most out of you being new to weightlifting, and overall how to make the most out of you gaining the most amount of muscle as possible. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a good day.